Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm Dallas Daniels. I race for Essence and Racing Monster Energy on a Yamaha in the Supertwins class. I've been with Arai for probably 5 years now, probably over that, 6, 7 years maybe. I actually got with Arai from a guy named Nicky Hayden. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but I ended up texting him as a youngster and he hooked me up. So been with them ever since. You know, I've done dirt track the longest. I started racing dirt track when I was 4 years old pretty much, and I got into road racing kind of like my dad got me into road racing. We had a couple bikes and we did some track days and some races, and road racing's fun. I love road racing. Road racing was great. The teams I rode for, the people I met, it was amazing. But when it came down to crunch time and I had to kind of make a decision on which one to do, it was obvious. Dirt track was the one. Regardless of where each of the sports were, money-wise and team-wise, that's kind of what I wanted to do. If the opportunity arose in road racing that I could, do well at, I would definitely be interested. But right now I've got a great deal in flat track and that's my priority. But I think what makes dirt track exciting is sliding at these insane speeds and really close racing. I think it's you get the best of every motorcycle racing aspect put together into one. The tracks are ever changing, the bikes are ever changing. Now we've got more manufacturers running up front than we have in the past couple of years. Usually it's pretty close racing, really close at high speeds. So I think that's what makes it exciting for me. And the camaraderie, the people in the pits, everybody seems to get along, well, most of the time. And so it's like a big family over there. Well, unfortunately, I've had to experience glancing off a couple times. But I think the biggest thing about glancing off and Arai when you do crash is that nothing digs into the ground. So you don't have to worry about your neck getting caught or something happening with your head. It's made to skip across the ground, and the design is smooth for that reason. So I think it's kind of, obviously it's a safety thing, but it's also a part of the comfort thing too, of that you don't have to worry about any vents getting caught. The vents are designed to blow off. So that's kind of nice, just knowing that if anything happens, my head's not going to get caught in the dirt, it's not going to drag my neck a weird way. And for that reason, I think that's why Arai's the top of the market, because they're thinking about what could happen and trying to prevent that. Where some other helmets are worried about what aero package and what's going to work best in the wind. But for me, that's why Arai's the best. Biggest crash has got to be Peoria TT 2021 on the front straightaway. And it felt stupid because I was lapped. I was a lap down, and I sat second for that race, and I led the first lap, crashed on the jump. Red flag came out, got back up, and I think I was just angry with myself and trying to make a statement, and even though the statement didn't matter, and I was just kind of reaching for a tear off and pulling out to pass somebody, and right as I did, the front end got light and hit a bump, and once the front end starts going, then it's pretty much just you're along for the ride. So, and that one for me, that crash, if you watch it, it looks horrible, but I had 0 head injuries. I didn't have a concussion. I definitely was kind of confused where I was for a second for tumbling so long, but to crash like that and tumble that many times, I ended up insanely far away from where I came off the bike, and my head was fine. And Arai had me a new helmet for the race 2 weekends later. So comfort's everything in racing. If you're not comfortable on the bike, if you're not comfortable in your gear, nothing's gelling well. So for me to have that comfort feeling of safety and feeling good on the bike, a helmet is the biggest piece of racing a motorcycle. So if you're not comfortable inside your helmet, then my day's done. I feel like the bike, sometimes you can race and it not be great, or your gloves not fit right, but if the helmet doesn't fit right, then it's a total out the window. So for me, it's that comfort feeling that when I put Arai on, I have that safety, security, and it's the most comfortable helmet on the market, and that's why I choose it.
Go hard.